Have you ever wondered what customers are looking at when they are looking at the websites and how to create it and make it simplified to where customers are able to follow it and get this great image of and vision of what you are as a business owner and your business in general and how you can contact them? Today is my special privilege to you. My name is Tiffany Johnson with Business at Tiffany's, and I am presenting Rana. He shares ideas to simplify blogging for inspiring coaches to grow their business. Also, the central question he explores through his work is how inspiration and lifelong learning can help us achieve amazing things in life. Please put your hands together for my guest, Rana. Rana, how are you?
I'm very good, Tiffany, and thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so glad that you are here today. So tell me about your career path and what led you in your role today.
Actually, I was always inspired by the power of internet. And back in last recession, about 2008, 2009, I was exploring how to market my business online. And I always had, uh, because of the internet inspiration, I believed internet has leveled the playing field and success depends on your game. And to play that game, I had two challenges. First one, how to upload and manage content easily on the internet. And second challenge was what to upload that can make the world a better place and I can achieve my goals as well. So at that time, I stumbled upon on WordPress, which kind of solved my first problem, how to upload content on the internet and you can manage easily. So that was the start of the journey. And I loved WordPress so much that I started WordPress agencies to build and manage websites for the customers. However, like most of the small businesses or entrepreneurs, I struggled quite a while with my second challenge, which was what to upload that can make a world a better place. And I struggled with discovering my why and inspiration, with picking a niche, keyword research, building a website, and list goes on and on. It took me for a few years, but finally, I think I'm there.
You know, that's a great point because a lot of entrepreneurs are challenged with that. You know, they go into a business and they start their website, but it seems to be kind of chaotic and all over the place. And the websites that you create are very structured and organized. And so what is the importance of having a structured and organized website that you discovered based on your experience?
I believe that is equally important as when you build a house, the architecture, what the architect draws your drawings, house drawing, that structure is equally important. You can create a website without having a professional architect design your website, but risks are the similar as you build your house without a professional architect design. So I'm not a website designer, but I help clients with how to structure your website first, that help you maintain and create content easily. Secondly, your team to understand what your offerings are, and thirdly and most importantly, your customers can navigate easily. My ideal inspiration when it comes to design is Google's homepage. Probably not many businesses will have more finances or resources than Google, but they are keeping their homepage with a white blank space and just one call to action. The moment anybody search in the Google, that converts for them because that expose them to their Google ads where they make money. So that is the huge inspiration for me whenever I'm looking at structuring or advising client how they should design their website.
I like how you mentioned too with all the white space in the back because I read an article, I can't tell you where I read it, but it mentioned that the white space in the back is I guess because the light it's a light image and that is what attracts a lot of the visitors is that that white space behind. So as you mentioned it, and it also keeps it pretty simple for the clients to be able to read. And how important is it for an entrepreneur to have a website?
To me, it is, if you are an entrepreneur, it is equally important as having your house or where you live. So if you are today's entrepreneur, you normally live on the internet. So the house, your website is a website, and your email list two are the most valuable assets on the internet, in my opinion.
Absolutely, because it does add credibility. It allows the customer to shop around on their website and take a look at, and like you said, the way that you have it laid out will help them to be able to identify them and their brand and their niche, like you had mentioned that you were challenged with. So that can definitely help them. So, what are some of the techniques that you use other than the white background and the one page on WordPress? What are some of those techniques that you use to help your clients?
Well, I wasted years with trying every new shiny tool or new technique. But what I learned is actually it all starts with your inspiration. So that was the part I missed. When I came across these new powerful tools, I thought probably these new tools can help me achieve what I want to achieve. However, these tools are just there to help you, do remarkable things with whatever you are inspired with. So you need to find your inspiration first. And once you have that inspiration and how that can help make a world a better place, that is the critical part. Once you have that, then all these technicalities, one or other professional can solve it for you.
Absolutely. And I like how you touched on that too, because they don't have to know how to do everything. They can reach out to the professionals, and the professionals within that area of expertise can help them. So, for example, if they wanted to build their website and they really don't have any knowledge about how to build a website or what to look at, then they can reach out to you and ask for your help. Is that right?
Absolutely. I That is probably my biggest pain on the internet when I search around. Most people spend so much time on learning how to stuff, which is quite cheap now, can be done very easily through professionals. Being an entrepreneur or a business owner, your number one responsibility is sorting out what is your inspiration, what the problem you are solving, how you are solving, and what are your offerings. Basically, on the content side, how you convey your message, that is your biggest responsibility, and your 80 or 90% time should be spent on that part, and rest of the thing you can outsource easily and cheaply now as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. And how has having a simple website or a blog helped your customers?
Oh, well, first of all, I share how it helped me and my team. I believe, uh, particularly blogs, they are a powerful content management tool. So when I say I share ideas for blogging, it's basically ideas to how you can manage your content, and the content that you are not something you are thinking to write. I think we all, when we are running our businesses, create so much content. We are creating, whether we know or we don't, we are creating so much content already, explaining something to our team member, answering frequently asked questions. So I share ideas how you can document what you are creating already on a day-to-day basis using the power of blog. So when you do that, number one thing, it gives you clarity about your why you are doing what you're doing. And secondly, when you write about these things in detail or regularly, you understand how you do it. Basically, your processes, your policies, gives you idea to go deep and understand those policies better. And secondly, blog is another fantastic tool to share your offers, what you do, how you solve your customers, your audience problem. So that is why I'm a fan of this blogging tool, particularly WordPress.
Very good. And the blogs, what would you recommend? Because a blog isn't writing a book. How would you, or what length would you recommend a blog to be in order to be simple and also attract the audience?
Yeah, it depends on your, it all starts with your resources, how much time and resources you have. As we were talking before starting this call, and you mentioned with, with your struggles, how to maintain consistency with your podcast. I struggle with this years because content creation is one of the hardest thing today. Not any type of content when you're trying to produce value, it's very hard. It takes time, it takes effort, and so much goes into producing a content. So uh, most small businesses, I believe, they struggle with resources. They don't have much time, they are not content creators. And that's where I stumbled upon a simple formula which you can expand if you have more resources later on. But at the start, you should consider your blog or website as your business book, and pick up your niche very strict tightly. Talk about only about your niche. Don't write about everything. And then add 5 to 10 chapters of your book, which can be your blogs categories or hub pages, and produce content to explain those chapters. So that is a lot of work already, creating 5 to 10 good quality pages. But if you have done your keyword research well, you pick the niche well, creating 5 to 10 good quality pages will give you good search engine visibility. And if you still have bandwidth left, first thing you need to do is not just create pages, you need to maintain it regularly. So ideally you should be updating, adding value, or improving stats and whatever goes into your content at least monthly. And if you still have time left, then goes on to creating more weekly pages or monthly pages. But most people probably will not have, in my opinion, more bandwidth than just having a book as their website.
I love that. And I love the simplicity of it too, because you had pointed out one of our previous calls of one of the websites that that was very simple, and it did just that. It had several links, and like you said, it's basically a book, but each chapter is focused. It's built with intent. And I liked how you mentioned also about making sure that you're tapping into those keywords, those key search words, and that way it helps with the search engine optimization, and that will also help bring people to their websites. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Google loves to, basically, you need to, before creating content, and if you are relying on search traffic, you need to understand Google's business.
Mhm.
Google wants to uh, give their users best result possible for their search query. And one of the main criteria Google's in a ranking factor is Google likes to rank authorities in their niche. So if when you're writing about everything, it's very hard to become expert in everything. So
Mhm.
however, when you're writing about, like a guy I shared the other day, if you're a weightlifter and you're writing about only weightlifting, and you have good detailed quality pages on your website, there are high chances that you will get a Google love and search traffic, which will leads to business and opportunities.
Oh, wonderful. Free advertising too, right?
That's right.
And what
Well,
if
it's not free. It's not free. It lot of time and effort goes into
that
creating content. So
that is very true. Good point. And Rana, what advice can you give to our listeners on simplifying their website or their blog?
Uh, one advice is one simple advice could be just aim for one call to action per page that can help you simplify your whole website or blog a lot. There is a lot of research out there as well. So if you give customers or visitors more choice, normally they choose not to have anything. So it's a good to give them one choice, one call to action per page, because as everybody we are so busy nowadays. Attention span used to be 7 seconds, which I think must have reduced quite a bit now. So less is always more, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And how can our listeners contact you to get help with their website?
Well, my home base on the internet is ranashabaz.com. So that's my home base. So everything what I does online is there.
Wonderful. And I am going to put your contact information in the description. So that way, any of our listeners that would like to reach out and talk to you about a website and simplifying it and making it attractive to the customer can reach out to you and get some advice and some pointers and do some business with you. And just a fun question, Rana. If you could have a conversation with anyone, it could be somebody in history, it can be somebody current, a mentor, somebody you've never even met before, who would it be and why?
Well, that's a very good question. And one person I have on top of my head at the moment, I'm a great fan of James Clear's work, and it goes with my my keyword simplification. And his writing, his work is quite clear, and I believe he got a perfect surname as well for what work he does. So if I actually had a chance to see him once as well, but if I had to see him again, so again I will ask him how he managed to, you know, produce content that clearly and simply that answers users questions. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. If we could all just simplify our lives a little bit more, it would make life a lot easier and have more time to do all the fun things and other things that we wanted to do. So that's a great topic. Well, thank
Simplification is my keyword for life. Is I'm on a mission to simplify my life, my family's life, my team's life, my customers' life. I think we got too many things going on, so I'm trying to, being a minimalist, I'm trying to, remove extra bits. That's my day job basically.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And thank you so much, Rana, for being on with us today. We appreciate all of your insight and your knowledge and your experience that you've been able to share with us. And it has really been an honor to have you on today's show.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. You take care.